Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Still nippy, wearing my in-house cardigan. I know it makes my mum smile every time she sees this cardigan, but this is like my dressing gown in the house. If I'm cold, this cardigan's on. Happy 6th of December, everybody. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we may have diamonds in number 6. Definitely feels like it, but let's have a look. Advent calendar number 6. We do. We have rhinestones again in square. So these are square rhinestones in red. So a little bit different with them being square rhinestones. It'll be fun to see what I can put those in. I am keeping all of my advent calendar things in one place. I did corral them earlier on, so I can go through like a little, this is everything I got in my advent calendar type video. I might actually put it up on to go live on Christmas Day, because we do get a 25th square, so I might do an opening of the 25th, do everything that I've got and schedule that to go up on the 25th, even though I will be busy doing other stuff, of course. I hope everybody is having a great December. I'm just trying to line these up now line up my little squares so that I can get all my diamonds in the right places. Let's scoot the 24th over, just make sure that that top row looks pretty good. And let's move over this 18th just a smidge. I might need to move over the 15th just a smidge as well, just so that all my corners are right. I'm probably going to have some lines that don't meet up in the middle, but I've got a nice square now. All my sides are covered, doing part of his nose. I'm going to use the limited edition pink tray today. So this is a zesty tray. It's a smaller tray. This was launched with this painting, so this was a limited edition, but this size is coming to the shop in January. And I'm going to use this pen. This is from Diamond Painting Pen Creations. I have popped a glue dot in. This is an everlasting tip. I have popped a glue dot in this one, but it has only gone in today, so again I'm probably going to have to keep priming this one on my clothes or on my little bits of cover paper to make this one work, but I'm going to change each of them out as I go along. And I have just used our shop craft dots again because they're here and they're handy. Okay, let's start with some black. I think I like it when there is sections in black. I like to sort of do all the outline in the section first, and then once I've got all those done, I can then go in sort of filling in the blocks, should we say. I like to give myself those nice bold outlines. Plus I find especially with this painting, and it does happen with some others that have bold black outlines, I do find that it looks really nice when you've just filled in the black before you fill in everything else. Makes it quite nice and striking. So let's zoom you in and make sure that my easel, oh, it does need to move over. I'm zooming straight into section 21. So let's have a readjust of where my computer is with all your guys' questions. There we go. Let's get you in the middle. Get scooted over so that we're ready to roll. All Things Crafty by Kaz. She said she was playing catch up with my videos because she was working on the 1st of December and she didn't get in till 9 o'clock. So she was playing catch up. I have seen that as well. There are some people that I have seen have had busy days in December already. on the Facebook group and things like that as well, but they have have then done sort of a mini catch up, and that's nice because then you're still getting the same amount of me time, and sometimes you might not be able to do it all on the same day, and we get that, life happens. Actually on Saturday, which was the 4th of December, I actually didn't get any done on that day. Didn't get any diamond painting done, but in effect I have done sort of catch up or more in advance, even to make sure so that I can get the videos up each day. And sometimes that's just the way life goes. It just can get a little bit busier than you expect on some days, but if you can catch up, all the better. Or plan in advance, which is what I have to do. Plan in advance if I know I'm going to be having a busy day, so I can make sure that I get everything done and dusted. She said, all things crafty by Kaz. She says she's currently working on a Diamond Art Club painting. Herself, she's working on Craft Terrace at Night by Vincent van Gogh. I think I've had a couple of Vincent van Gogh paintings. In fact, the quote on my website and on our diamond painting logbook bookmarks is a quote by Vincent van Gogh. And I think it's very apt for diamond painting, even though the quote wasn't made for diamond painting. But the quote is, if you hear a voice inside you, if you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. In my head, I just add diamond in front of paint. If you hear a voice tell you you cannot diamond paint, then by all means diamond paint, and that voice will be silenced. And it often works. Not always, but often. Right, I'm going to have to stand up. I do pull my chair out for whipping chats so that I can sit down. But sometimes it's just not the comfiest when I'm working on this higher table. It is sort of a bar stool. It's not the comfiest, or a bar chair. It's not the comfiest chair in the world. But I don't mind standing often while I'm filming. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of black here on Zesty Wolf's nose. Okay, back to comments. Mana said it's horrible and sad about the storm and the people badly affected. Yes, there have been quite a few people affected by a storm, Arwen I think it was, that came through the UK and has gone through Europe as well. I think over the past few days / week. It did take about 6 or 7 days, I think, for some people to get power back in some more rural areas, and I imagine that was definitely not the best time. It's amazing how much we do all rely on, power and electricity, especially when it's cold, and especially when they've experienced snow with the storm as well, which makes it even colder than normal. Definitely can make it harder. It's one thing dealing without power in the summer, it's another thing dealing without power in the winter. It's 2 different levels of endurance for definite. Lana says she decided to stick to only one painting. She said that the 20 by 20 section per day is enough. And that is fair point. So far in December, all I have done is Zesty Wolf. I do hope to get a little bit more in, but at the moment, time isn't allowing. But that's fine too. At least I am getting some done by getting Zesty Wolf done. So I am still getting to diamond paint and enjoy it. And I'm sure I'll be able to have some catch-up time eventually to get a little bit more diamond painting done. She says she's definitely joining in with the Advent and she will be watching the videos every day. And the Zesty Fox is going to be beautiful, she said. Have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful day too, Mana. I hope you've been having a great December. I think it's going too fast though. Maybe. All things crafted by Kaz. She says she's ordered a Zesty Wolf, which she may do in January. Yeah, it is one that can be done at any time. I don't think they'll be lasting too much longer before we'll be out of stock, but I hope everybody that did want one has got one. And it can be done at any point of year. I know some people have picked up Zesty Wolf for their stash to do in the future, but they're not doing it for December. They just want one to be able to do, which is fair game. I'm just trying to get the last of my sort of upside down diamonds right before I start turning my tray around. That's what I like about these trays. I do it with both the Zesty tray and the bigger tray. Is I work on this side until I have got about halfway through the tray, making sure I pick up all the stray bits that may or may not be around. I do have one that's a different colour though. We've got a rogue diamond. Let's see if I can get that. Of course I've managed to pick it up by the glue dot and now I can't get it off the glue dot. Let's use two hands because we don't need that on this painting. But they're that small, you're bound to get the odd rogue hitchhiker in a different colour. So that's cleared that one out. Tammy says, what are glue dots and will you show the glue dots that you use? Yes, so I have covered that a couple of times since the video that you commented on. But the glue dots I'm currently using are the ones we sell in our shop, which are from Sticks 2. You can get other brands of glue dots and I have used those in the past. So do get whichever one is easier for you. The reason we have them stocked in the shop is in case anybody does want to put them in with their order, you know, and sort of get them at the same time. But glue dots are just little, I'm trying to think what you could class them as similar to. So they're all the way through sticky, but they're like little tiny clear dots of like a jelly type like substance. I'm not exactly sure what it is that they're made of, but they are sticky all the way throughout. However, more often than not, and as I say, sometimes you do just have to take a little bit of stickiness off the diamond by dabbing it on your clothes. But with glue dots, they are less sticky than your canvas, but they're more sticky than wax. And that's the reason people have grown to love using glue dots instead of wax. Because with the wax, you often have to fill up the wax quite a bit. You can sometimes end up with the wax leaving a little bit of residue on your diamonds that you might want to brush off when you've finished or as you go along. And sort of take those, you know, little particles of the wax that decide to move, you know, you'll need to just brush those off the top of your diamonds. And you have to refill, you know, you have to top up your wax a little bit more often to keep it being sticky. Whereas glue dots in your pen keep the sticky for loads longer. I've been known to get through 2 or 3 paintings with the same sticky dots. I've maybe even got through more, because I do find that when a sticky dot does tend to lose a little bit of colour, quite often I can just take the glue dot out of my pen, roll it around a little bit in my fingers and put it back in. But you know when you get something in packaging that may be stuck to the back of the packaging by little or bigger blobs of some clear stuff, that's the equivalent of a sticky dot. That is what they are like. And yeah, it's just I've got that in the end of my pen instead of wax, because I want to be diamond painting, not topping up my wax all the time. I don't want to be changing that as I go along. So I've now started, now I've done my black, I've started in the bottom left hand corner, which is where I prefer to start, and I've used that to pick what diamond to do. On some designs of diamond painting, it does depend what it is, but if you have a very confetti heavy diamond painting, so this one, while it has a lot of colours, they are sort of in sections. So you've got your pinks here, you've got your hot pink here, you've got your turquoise, and you've got your orange. It's blocked a little bit. But if you do have a very, very confetti heavy painting where they are dotted all over the place, I'm trying to think, what was my train of thought then? That was it. So if you have a very confetti heavy painting where things are all over the place, you could find that if you picked the symbol, you know, in the bottom left hand corner first, the most bottom left handed corner one first, you could find that it's a symbol that by the time you've gone all over your section, you actually find that you've missed a few. If I have a painting like that, I actually tend to change up how I decide what colour to do first. And often I will go for the symbol that pops out the most first. So if there is a symbol that's sort of, you know, very, very visual on the painting, whichever one I can see the easiest and the clearest, I will often start with that one. And then once I've filled all that in and it's covered by diamonds, I will then pick the next symbol that looks the clearest to me as I'm looking at the painting. Because when you're doing confetti, it is better to get the diamonds that sort of pop and do those, and you're less likely to miss many of the paintings if you do that. Come on, last couple. Just trying to get the last couple of diamonds to lie themselves the right way up. Ninia, I'm not sure if I've pronounced your name right, I do apologise. She said, "Oh Giles, you're going to join us junkies here." Giles has been doing amazing. I have noticed that his diamond painting is coming along. He is doing a section a day. Sometimes he's beating Sam. So Giles is the business partner and husband of Sam. They both run Diamond Art Studio UK that provided this painting, and the Zesty Wolf is his first ever diamond painting he's doing, which I think is amazing. And I love the fact that he's joining us and giving it a go. It's increasing his business knowledge. Diamond Art Studio did reply and said yesterday he tolerated doing it. So on the 1st of December he tolerated doing it because he said he would, which I like a man of his word. She said it was almost like a chore, he needed to do it. But he's now set up on Sam's drafting table. So he's got the angled surface from the drafting table, and he's got, I think it's got the light pad underneath as well, so he's got the light shining through, and he's really enjoying it, she said. So now he's got the proper setup where he can see all the symbols. He's really enjoying doing it, which is great news. She says she fears for her stash now, but maybe if Giles gets into it a bit more, Sam, you know, you'll be allowed to keep a little bit more of the stock, because he'll want to keep a little bit more of the stock. You never know. And she says you can see the difference in the drill placement, which I agree, you can. Giles did put a picture up of day 1 compared to day 2, and the light pad and the drafting table has helped him with his diamond placement. He was doing absolutely cracking before, especially considering being a first-time diamond painter. But his drill placement is even better now that he's got that pure light, which is good. And yeah, I'm loving the fact it definitely seems as though he's going to get to the end of it, which is awesome. Okay, I am going to switch to L, even though I don't have it in this pink section. The L will finish off these little pinks. These little pink bits that are further up and have more of the shading. So yeah, Diamond Art Studio says, or Sam says, she said it's much better now he's comfy and has plenty of light. See, he'll be calling himself a pro by the time he's done. He's got his comfort level down. He's got his placement level down. He'll be a pro by the time he's finished his first diamond painting. Okay, I like getting these little sections completed. Helen, she says, yay, she's just finished day 2 as it turned 4 p.m. So she could lay back and watch me do my diamond painting. She says, currently binging on all of my videos. Oh, I don't even know how long all my videos would take back to back. I think you'll be gone for years. She says she's recently been diagnosed with CFS/ME, so unable to work at the moment and unable to concentrate fully. So diamond painting has been a godsend, and watching, listening to your videos has been lovely. Oh, I am sorry for your diagnosis, but I am glad that I could make it just a little bit easier for you, and hopefully they'll get your treatment and stuff. I'm pretty sure there is treatment and things that you can do to make life better. I know my dad actually had ME quite a few years ago, and I know it knocked him for quite a few months. I can't remember the exact timing. I was very young when it happened, but he's now constantly busy, constantly doing things. So yeah, I hope it's that way for you too. Tammy says happy birthday to Erin, which was from the 2nd of December. And okay, I'm just doing a switch up of colours, which is the opposite side to my questions and comments. So let me just get some diamonds in my tray. I'm on the anchor symbol now, because that's the first one I've hit across the bottom. It does actually work quite well as well, because it's the darkest of the orange, so I can end up working from the darkest to the light. Darkest to lightest. Bernadette, she said, you made me laugh when you said about drinking coffee and needing to go upstairs to the bathroom a lot. Yeah, it's my exercise. She says she was just about to put the video on hold so that she could do the same. She says, unfortunately, at her age, and she says she'll be 67 on Sunday the 5th. Oh, and I missed that one on the 5th. Happy birthday for yesterday, Bernadette. But 67 isn't that old. Or 68 now isn't that old. She says she doesn't need the excuse of coffee. She had a kidney transplant a year ago, when the doctors at the clinic... Rude interruption by my memory card. She said she had a kidney transplant a year ago, so when the doctors at the clinic asked if she was getting enough exercise, she told them that she runs up and down the stairs every 15 minutes. She says that's a little bit more toilet trips than me, but yeah, that would definitely be classed as exercise, I'd say. She says she's really enjoying the whip and waffle and doing Zesty Wolf. And she says hopefully she'll be able to keep up doing it every day. She can't wait to see what it looks like when it's finished. Yeah, me included. I'm really enjoying doing this one. I think it's partly because we came up with the design as well. I mean, Sam definitely brought it to life with a lot more colour interest than we had, but it's a different level of a custom. It's like a custom painting, but on a different level, in the fact that, you know, there isn't just one, there's more of them out there. I can imagine that it's very exciting for, you know, a diamond paint company every time they do bring out a design, especially when other people love it too. It definitely heightens the experience. Lisetta says she enjoys watching and diamond art painting with you. She says it's a new addiction. Yeah, it's been my addiction now for nearly 4 years, I think. It's been about 4 years. I lose track. Time seems to both fly and go slow all at the same time. But yeah, I can't see this disappearing for me. I am absolutely loving diamond painting. I think it's the fact that I can do multiple things at once as well when I'm, you know, if I'm not doing it, of course, on camera, the fact that I can still listen to a book and I've got something to do. You know, I can't do that with all crafts. And I do enjoy cross stitch, and that is a craft that I could probably do it with. I think the difference is cross stitch does take longer than diamond painting, and I like the fact that diamond painting isn't quick, but it's quicker than cross stitch, and it can be quite contained as well. Scrapbooking, it's always trying to find the right thing. I think I was too indecisive a lot of the time with my scrapbooking, and, you know, does that embellishment look perfect to my eye or not? Probably a bit too fussy over it, whereas with diamond painting I get to line things up all nice and pretty and follow the little chart and have something amazing at the end of it. So I really enjoy it. Oh, I love the way these colours blend. Okay. Lady Dax, she says she has a few pens that she loves. She says she does have problems with cramp in her hands, but the ones she's found most comfortable are actually the thicker ones that we sell in the shop. So she was hoping that she could snag the new one tomorrow. I did hope you got it. I haven't yet. Well, the orders are currently about to be packed just after I'm filming this, so I'm trying to get this filmed. I'm currently on the 5th today, so it's getting filmed so that I can spend the rest of the day making sure those orders can go out first thing on Monday. But I do hope you managed to get one. I know they sold out just as fast as the trays. So yeah, maybe we'll have to bring them back as another limited in the future at some point so that people do have another chance to get them, but it definitely won't be for a while. The only thing that's sold out that is a stock item is the tape. The double-sided tape, we got some of that in to have as a stock item with the glue dots. We got more glue dots than we got tape, not thinking that the tape would do so well. So we will be putting another order in to get some more stock of that. And of course we will get more so that it you know, once we've figured out how popular it is, we'll be able to keep on top of making sure it's in stock. A bit like we can do with most of the other stuff. We know when we need to get more orders in, you know, and try and make sure that it never goes out of stock. But that one surprised us. That one gave us a little bit of a shocker. Maybe it's because it is such a bargain price as well. So we will make sure that we get more of that in so that people, you know, can add that to their orders when they want to. Okay, change of colour. last orange one, which is number 1. Well, I thought there was only, I'm sure I said the other day that there was only one number used on this. Oh no, there's not. Maybe I didn't. There's number 4, number 7 and number 1. But they're all different enough so I don't get mulled up. So we're on to the lightest, which is peachy orange. Tammy says you're a very quick placer. She tried to keep up with me, but she couldn't. She said she even multi-placed in areas. Maybe I should use a multi-placer one day, because I'm sure that'll slow me down rather than speed me up. I like the control of a single placer. But yeah, I have been diamond painting now for, I think it's about 4 years. So I have got pretty quick with my placement. Which is good because, you know, when I am doing diamond paintings and preparing diamond paintings and de-kitting and all the rest of it, it's nice to be able to get them done so that they, you know, I can do the next video that I need to do, de-kitting it, or, you know, getting it framed if that's what I'm going to do, and any of that sort of stuff. If I was a bit slow, I'm sure my channel would have a bit less content than it currently does. But yeah, I am known to be pretty quick at diamond painting, so I wouldn't necessarily try and keep up with me. If you do find that you like to diamond paint while I've got this whip and chat on, then by all means, when this whip and chat is finished, maybe go back to last year's December advent, or maybe the year before, and see, you know, see what I discussed this time last year or this time 2 years ago, and see if the questions and stuff are any different. Debbie says she loving zesty, and she's using the green and red Christmas trays for her advent. So they were the trays we launched last month, and she's using those for her Christmas advent. Yeah, they will probably, well, they will come in, I'm sure, at least on one day. I've actually not counted how many different colour trays I have. I know, you know, so far I've just been picking a different colour each day, but what I probably need to do is take them all out of my diamond painting cart and bring them into my craft room where I do this whip and chat, and then put them away when I've used them, because I've not actually counted as to whether there is like whether I have more than 24 or whether I actually have less than 24. I actually don't know. That might be something that I need to check out. I know I have more than 24 pens. I know that for sure because I did use a different pen each time in my June waffle, which was over 30 days, and this one's over 24. And they are varying degrees of pens, and of course we've got the shop pens now as well, which come into play on occasion. But we'll see how many of those I can get through. I've got a load of pens laid out so that I don't get too confused, but we never know. There's still room for confusion, I'm sure. Right, let's see if I can just dip into the pot for these three. It kind of feels like a mini waste tipping them out just for the sake of three. I know while I've not done it for a while, but I kit up the Grinch painting, which I did, which I'm still currently doing, but I kit it up in a dot box, which is like a bead type storage that somebody on the group, I spotted they had a different storage case, and they were kind enough to let me know which one it was. And I'm using that for the Grinch. So of course for the black I do tip that into my tray. There's a lot of it, But for the other colours, I just tend to dip into the pot because the pots are quite big and quite flat. While they don't always stand the diamonds up the right way, there's normally enough of them the right way up for me to be able to just dip my pen into the pot and do it that way. So that's helping me to fill in the colour gaps. I'm just trying to get through all the black and find the time to get a bit more done. I have got a frame ready for him, so he will go up this Christmas if I get him done before this Christmas. We'll see how time goes. So Amanda says she's currently in the middle of a Diamond Art Club painting and the Murder House cross stitch, SAL. She says she's using Pattern Keeper for it, which she loves. She said it's a game changer. She says she hasn't done cross stitch for about 20 years and just started again. She's also crocheting mini Squid Game figures to send to her son in America. So while she's not participating in Advent, she is watching and she's with us in spirit, planning on a Heaven and Earth diamond painting, but just choosing which one. Wow, you are busy. Well, you're still doing some diamond painting and you're finding some me time, even if it's crochet or cross stitch. So I'm all for that. That's the idea, a bit of me time, whether it be diamond painting or another craft, or I think, as I've said before, whether it's just going for a nice hot bath. Just find a little bit of me time. I mean, it should be every day of the year, but, you know, especially in December, when it does start getting crazy. It's probably the easiest way to describe it. It often just gets crazy. So it's nice to get a bit of time. Irene says she's from South Africa and she got a snow with robins on for her painting. She says she does each block together with me and she loves my voice. Oh, thank you. I think that can make a difference if you can watch somebody multiple times. It does depend on their voice. Mine's an accent mixture of all different places in the UK because I've either lived or grown up both down south, up north and sort of northwestish. So I think I've picked up accents from a few different places, and I can go into different accents sometimes depending on who I'm speaking to. They can get a little bit more pronounced. Oh, couldn't get the top to screw on my bottle then. It was playing up with me. Sherry T says another fine video. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing the whip and chats. And enjoying reading through, you know, your comments in full and discussing them and all the rest of it. I find it's good fun. It's where you can pick up tips, tricks. You can learn about the world and the different way they pronounce things or say things. I love it. Susan, she says she has a confession to make. Oh. She says, I've discovered that I do not enjoy diamond painting while you're doing your whip and waffles. She says she really needs to watch while I place my diamonds. Sometimes I'm not sure if that's a bit all over the place when I place them. Having said that, that one was out of the way. Nudge them. Nudge it. Get over. She says from now on, she's going to watch and listen while I do my section of Zesty Wolf, and then she'll diamond paint afterwards. She understands my need. She says not to speak after work some days. Yeah. She says she used to be a software trainer, and there were some days that she literally talked for 7 hours a day. She said thankfully her husband would be understanding when she didn't want to talk when she came home. She says he does get a little jealous of her crafting time, But as long as she's in the same room as him, he doesn't mind if I have my headphones on. She says men are funny about that sometimes. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Yeah, I must admit the past 2 weeks at work, I have done quite a bit of training, different types of training as well. So this last week was more training, sort of on the job training, actually doing stuff at the same time. So it wasn't as hard on my voice. But the week before, it was just people listening to me talk, which I suppose is very similar to YouTube. Very similar to listening to me waffle their way through some refresher courses that we need to do each year. But yeah, I think that's done for now. Never say never in my job role though. Things get thrown up all the time. But I think I'll be able to get on with my real day job this next week, and hopefully get some things sorted and resolved, and yeah, get some complaints dealt with, I hope. So we'll see what the week brings, but so far that's the plan. Frances says, hello, hi Rebecca, hello from Australia. She says she's doing the Christmas Advent with her daughter this year and really enjoying it. Oh, that's good. I do love it when there's a couple of you doing it. Megan's supposed to be doing hers. And my daughter as well, Caris. They both said they were going to do a Zesty Wolf Advent. I have kitted up Caris's for her. Well, we both kitted up together the other day. I got the cover paper sheets cut down for her and got them all set up while she put the diamonds in the pots. There's not yet a diamond on the canvas though, but she has taken on extra overtime at work to help bring the pennies in, so I don't think she's fully had the time. Megan hasn't kitted hers up yet, so we'll see how that goes. Megan has the love for diamond painting. She has the enjoyment for doing diamond painting. It is all there in spades. She's probably the one that enjoys doing it the most. She's also probably one of the three girls with the least amount of time to do it. So I'm sure she'll be able to do some catch up. I think she'll do it more on a catch up basis than she will a day-to-day basis. But we shall see. Frances says she also finished a Heaven and Earth Design mini Warmth of Home, and she also had a custom from Home Fun just in time to start the Advent. Awesome. I love the fact that people are all doing different stuff as well, and some people are just doing sections of their big paintings. Some are doing their own paintings. I know there's somebody that's doing a painting and then they're doing off the canvas items as little extra things to keep going. I love the variety. Anna says we call those sandals foot flops or thongs in the States. She said they were shoes long before they were underwear. Yeah, well, we call the ones that you put the little gap between your toes. In the UK, we call those flip-flops. And then sandals tend to be, you know, the other form of flat shoes where your toes hang out. But they don't necessarily have, you know, the prong between your toes and no back. So if you've got sandals that have got maybe a little bit of a back on them, or they wrap over your foot rather than, you know, being held on between your big toe, they're what we tend to call sandals. Just to be, you know, a little bit different. Yeah. And look, we've waffled our way through another section and he's got half a nose. Oh. So Zesty Wolf has half a nose. Where are we going tomorrow? Oh, we're going up here tomorrow. So that looks like it'll be a good section actually. The background is only a little bit here and the rest is the wolf. So that should be a nice section to do. Well, they're all nice sections to do. I'm enjoying them all. Even these plain ones, even this plain one at the bottom. I think these are the two biggest that are plain. Is whatever number that was, 2 I think, and 8. But I'm enjoying them. They're all sort of mixed in with it, and then we have a nice bit of fray and shading. Loving it. Okay, that is today's video done. That was actually quite quick. I don't know whether I got stuck into the diamond painting a bit quicker, but according to my camera, this is a quicker one. The section looks as big as the others, so maybe I just didn't faff about between colours enough. Maybe I need to waffle a bit more. I guess we'll see how tomorrow goes. But thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.